Let Century Management Solutions get you to your next medical appointment. They specialize in non-emergency medical transportation, connecting patients to care, safety, reliability, and on time. Their advanced technology platform seamlessly coordinates patients, healthcare providers, insurers, and transportation partners all in one powerful network. With over 200 trusted transportation providers, they deliver scalable solutions backed by real-time tracking and complete transparency. Go to SENTRYMS.com.
So good, so good, so good.
Everything you want for summer is at Nordstrom Rack stores now, and up to 60% off. Stock up and save on the brands you love like Vince, Sam Edelman, Frame, and Free People. Join the Nordy Club to unlock exclusive discounts, shop new arrivals first, and more. Plus, buy online and pick up at your favorite Rack store for free. Great brands, great prices. That's why you Rack.
The right fielder, Jermaine Dye, plays very deep. They're trying to cut off the extra base hit, but anything in front of Dye probably falls in, and he's playing right near the right field line. Grissom is a little bit over in right center, and Andrew Jones way off the left field line. Understandably, they don't think the Yanks can pull Wohlers. It'll be a 2-2. Swung on and hit in the air to deep left. Jones back toward the track at the wall. It is gone! A 3-run home run, and the Yankees have tied the game. Jimmy Leyritz did pull Wohlers, and he hit a 3-run home run over the left field fence. And the gritty Yankees have come all the way back. 6-0 down to tie the game at 6. Do you believe that?
Jim Leyritz, between 1990 and 2000, distinguished himself as one of the most clutch Yankees of all time. I know that sounds crazy on a team that has DiMaggio and Mantle and Berra and Reggie. I'm telling you, Jim Leyritz was one of the most clutch Yankees. This guy, time after time, in a big spot, found a way to hit a big home run for the Yanks. And he played everywhere. There was a lot of years there where Jimmy was playing on like 2 teams every year. It's like Yankees, Padres, Dodgers, Yankees, Red Sox, whatever. But I think Jim will be the first to tell you that he's a Yankee. How do I know that? Because he's retired now, 26 years, and when I go to Yankee Stadium, like I'm going tonight, Jimmy's there. He's an ambassador for the Yankees. So fair to say, my dear friend Jim Leyritz, always a Yankee.
Always going to bleed the navy blue.
Because you went to San Diego about 3 times.
No, actually, I only went there. I went there from the Boston Red Sox. I was with the Red Sox in '98. Then I left halfway through that to the Padres.
Oh, so you stayed through the early part of '99. That's what it was.
Exactly. And then George found out I was going to the Red Sox, and he made a trade, and he bring me back to the Yankees. So
just to spite Boston, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And then, true or not, did you almost become a Met with Bobby Valentine?
I was a Met in spring training in 2001. After I had double surgery on my shoulder, I was coming back, and I was in spring training. I wore number 16 for Doc Gooden.
Wow.
And I ended up hurting my shoulder again, like May 17th, and then or March 17th, and they released me.
So let me ask you this before we get to John Sterling and this current day Yankee team, Jimmy. When you hit that home run against the Braves, this is the World Series. It's a big deal. Yankees had not won a World Series. Yeah. I guess you got to go back to 77 before that, because they lost in 81 to the Dodgers. 78, Bucky Dent, against the Red Sox. So you're talking about 18 years, and you hit this home run, and you weren't the Derek Jeter of the team at the time. So when you walk back to the dugout, are you thinking, oh my God, I can't believe what I just did? Be honest. You're like,
no, that question gets asked of me every single day. Tonight, I'm working in the suites. They'll ask me that question tonight.
They will, right?
And I tell you the same thing. If you remember 1995, I hit a walk-off home run in the 15-inning game against Seattle in the playoffs.
I do remember that.
And I thought that walk-off in Yankee Stadium, the Mariners, who we hated that year, and I thought that would be my hugest moment. But then we lost 3 in a row. We lost the series, and it became a footnote.
Right. Well, not a footnote, because what they talk about all the time is poor Don Mattingly got to the Yankees after they won the World Series.
Yep.
And that was his last year in 95. The very next year, you guys won the World Series.
Exactly. So as they say, oh, you must have been floating around the bases in 96 when you hit that one. I said, no, to be honest with you, all I could think about is if we don't win, this is another footnote.
Another footnote, wow.
And you know what? The fact that we won, the fact that Wade Boggs got a walk and not a base hit, my home run became the biggest thing. And even big important to that in '97 when the Yankees lost to the Indians. They were going to fire Joe Torre and get rid of Mariano Rivera. George walked into Gene Michael's office and said, "Get rid of these guys." And Gene Michael said, "George, did you forget we won last year?" And he said, "We'll give him one more year," and that was '98.
And you won the next 3.
And yep, they won '98, and then they actually beat me when I was on the Padres.
San Diego in '99, and then they beat the Mets in 2000. Well, '98 Padres, '99 Braves, 2000 Mets.
Yeah, after the '98 series, we lost. We got approval for Petco Park in San Diego, but they traded everybody, and I got traded back to the Yankees for '99 and 2000.
You did. That was a Tony Gwynn Padre team.
Tony Gwynn,
Good team, but not a great team by any stretch.
We were pretty good.
You were pretty good.
If Tino was struck out on that 2-2 call from Langston, it might have changed everything.
Right, but the home run, you're right about that, against Seattle in '95 and against the Braves in '96, it didn't end there because you hit a big home run against San Diego, too, your eventual teammates. A big one, right? Or was that afterwards?
Well, no, that next year I came back in '99.
And that's when you hit the home run.
I had the last home run of the century in Game 4 of the Braves World Series.
Okay.
Yeah. And, Bobby Cox was tired of seeing me. He was just like, enough is enough.
Oh, God. And seriously, you beat the hell out of the Braves.
Yeah. And that was a team that didn't give me $5,000 out of high school to sign.
Atlanta.
Yep.
Wow.
Those scouts that didn't give me the $5,000 were sitting in John Scherholtz's box the night I hit the home run, and they said, "Don't tell Scherholtz for $5,000 this home run would have never happened."
Wow.
I would have never been a Yankee. Could have changed a lot of history.
Did you grow up in Ohio? I thought it was Ohio.
Cincinnati. Pete Rose was my boy, man.
Right.
Pete and Johnny Bench.
So you were a big Reds fan, obviously.
Yeah. I became a catcher because Johnny Bench gave me his catching mitt one time in spring training.
And that's how you started. You were a catcher for many years, and eventually you played you were DH, obviously. I guess you played some outfield or first base. What else did you play out there?
I came up as a third baseman. I played left field, played right field. They wouldn't stick me at center field. I wasn't fast enough.
Right.
And then I played every infield position besides shortstop. So I was all over. Listen, I could hit the ball.
You could hit. Bottom line, right.
And that was one thing that actually worked against me. That's why I got a lot of postseason and extra home runs, because they said I was more important on the bench.
Yeah.
And coming in late innings, kind of like Mariano Rivera was with the relief
Of course,
side.
same thing.
Buck Showalter said, "You're Mariano Rivera with a bat."
Love that.
I thought that was always a great quote.
Trump was talking about Pete Rose again. People can't see Jimmy, but he's wearing a shirt that is from Bedminster, Trump's golf course.
Just played
He
there.
just played?
Yep.
And it reads 45-47. Of course, President Trump. He's got an American flag. It's a beautiful light blue golf shirt. You got great arms, brother. You look great, Jimmy. You're looking good again, but I swear to God. Not you look bad. You look great. So you're wearing your Trump shirt, and you love President Trump, as I do. And Trump last week was talking about Pete Rose again, that he was saddened that Pete Rose had to make the Hall of Fame after he was dead.
Yeah, it's a shame. But, it's one of those things that when they say lifetime suspension, it's a lifetime
they
suspension.
They meant it. Faye Vincent and... I love Pete. I lived in Boca Raton. My wife and I, the beautiful Danielle, she sends her regards to you.
Oh, tell her hello.
We used to go to Pete's sports bar in Boca Raton.
I was there quite a few times.
I'm sure you weren't.
Yes.
They had a radio studio in there, if you remember correctly.
Yeah.
And I remember one night we arrived on a Monday night. It was dead. It was dead Monday night. But Monday night was Big East basketball night. I'll never forget this. And Connecticut was playing Georgetown. Nobody cared. Nobody. And Pete is watching that game like his life depends upon it. And I go to Danielle. I go, he's got action on it.
Got a lot of action on it. Yeah.
Monday night, early in the season. This is not like the Final Four or the tournament. It's like November. Monday, Connecticut, Georgetown. But God rest Pete's soul. And John Sterling, he dies today. And so many great calls with you.
Yeah, listen, I mean, he was one of those guys, I've been listening to the show the whole morning, and just like you're saying, he wasn't Vince Scully, he wasn't the greatest, but he was entertaining.
Yeah.
And you know what? He had that voice. And that's the one thing whenever we talk about radio people is their voice. And he had that distinctive voice that when you heard it, you knew that was John Sterling. And then, of course, the famous calls that he used to make, and which was the Sterling calls.
Fun, they were fun. Come on,
it's one of those things. You're in New York, you got to have a stick.
Of course,
and that was his stick. Michael Kay's got his stick for his home runs.
Yeah,
everybody.
Well, he says "see ya." That's it.
Exactly.
See ya.
See ya.
Right, but this guy would come up with all these terrific, the Bamtino and the A-bomb from A-Rod and Burn Baby Burn. And did he have one for you? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Put on the Ritz.
So you're probably glad he's dead now.
No.
I'm kidding, obviously. I'm sure that he was great to you because he loved all those great Yankee memories.
Yeah, listen. I have so many fond memories of all those things and all my teammates and everything that we accomplished together. And it's I couldn't. People always say, "Do you ever get tired, or do you miss the game?" I'm saying, no, I really don't. you know what? I accomplished everything I could ever think of.
Oh, and more.
Besides home runs, besides to be known for one hit in a World Series that changed the history of the New York Yankees in the last dynasty. You know what? It's pretty special to be part of that.
And that's true. You're not exaggerating.
Yeah.
But if I would have told you when you walked off the field as a Yankee for the last time in 2000, that 26 years later, you and I would be sitting here, and the Yankees would have one World Series win. They've been to 3, but one World Series win since you walked away in 2000, which of course came in 2009 with Joe Girardi, not Joe Torre, and A-Rod and CC and Teixeira, that club. You would have said I was nuts, right? Nuts.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been back, against the Dodgers a couple years back, but the bottom line for this team is, listen, I'm excited because I've been watching this team this year, and they're a completely different team than they have been in the past. They can actually have a couple guys putting the ball in play, hitting the ball, not striking out every single time. And the pitching, Sid, is ridiculous.
That's the key, because the truth is...
we're missing our 2 best guys.
Right, and they're both going to throw tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm not sure they're the 2 best guys, because Max Fried and Schlittler are actually pretty damn good. But look, the truth is they're still very inconsistent offensively. The bottom 4 guys in that order all hit about 180. So, if you can get through, and it's a big if, Grisham's been playing better as of late, but if you can get through Ben Rice, Aaron Judge, and Cody Bellinger, good luck.
Yeah.
Because you're almost guaranteed to give up 2 runs.
It's going to be the same thing. They're going to win 90 games. They're going to get to October. The one cool thing that I love about it is these guys are being judged like we used to be judged. It's not a success unless you win or get to the World Series. And to have that kind of pressure is tough. At the same time, that means the New York Yankees are back.
Well, it's more for Aaron because, let's face it, Torre won it in 96.
We don't want him to be the Don Mattingly of the 20th century.
Right. Aaron Boone, the guy wins 90 to 100 games every year. And, I don't listen to sports talk radio anymore. I don't. I did it for a long time. And it's silly. I have great friends. I think Craig Carton's a magnificent talent. He'll be on the show tomorrow. I love Craig. But, the calls over and over again, well, he should have done this, Aaron Boone. And, they blame Aaron Boone if the Yankees, and as if it's Aaron Boone's fault. I always blame the GMs, how the team is constructed. 9 times out of 10, managers make mistakes, but like Joe Torre told me in the FAN studios years and years ago, and Tony La Russa and Whitey Herzog, all those guys told me the same thing. The best manager in baseball maybe gets you 10 more wins. That's it. It's a matter of the way your team is constructed and execution. Does not come back to the manager. Aaron Boone takes way too much abuse. It's silly.
Yeah, and unfortunately, that's the job. That's he doesn't control anything that the players are doing. And he gets judged on all of it. So it's wins. It's a tough job.
Wins and losses. Yeah. But this team, I really believe, Jimmy, that this is the best team in the American League. I'm not ready to say they're better than the Dodgers. They may be the 3rd best team in baseball, but they're certainly the best team in the American League. You agree?
All I care about is that the bottom line is the Dodgers don't win this year because we're going to be the last team to three-peat. And I'm hoping the Dodgers don't three-peat. So
that's right.
Yeah, I don't care who beats them. I hope it's us.
Right.
But somebody's got to beat them to keep our record.
You're the last team, 98, 99, 2000.
Yeah.
The good news is there'll be no 4-peat because baseball's going to be out of business next year. I mean, what are these guys doing? We've got so much. We're talking about it now. Yeah. A year before, you're telling me Rob Manfred can't figure this goddamn thing out?
Well, hopefully talking about it now make sure that all of us come to our senses by the time it gets here.
Right.
To say, okay, you know what? Baseball's in the best place it's ever been. Money's there. Everything's going on. Let's do whatever we need to do to settle this thing. Let's settle it.
Let's do it. About a minute and a half to go. You walk in, and again, you look great. You have the Talented Towers hat. I love those guys. Frank Silva.
Frank is the best.
The best. Your Trump shirt. And you're wearing something on your arm with these. By the way, he's got forearms like Steve Garvey. Remember Steve Garvey? He's huge, Leyritz. Yeah. And you throw this at me. It says Hydra Patch. Hydrate Smarter. Transdermal Performance Patch. Tell me about this.
Yeah, this is a new company I just started partnered up with, and it's an 8-hour hydration patch. We have a patent on the driving technology through the skin, which is one of the hardest things to do. It's electrolytes, magnesium, a bunch of stuff, but it's 8 hours of hydration. So
do you feel it? When you go to the gym next after this, are you going to feel it?
Our slogan is it's what you don't feel.
Oh, wow.
You don't feel the drain. You don't feel the dehydration, the headaches, the migraines. There's so many things that it does do for people that are, exercising. For flights, you wear them on the flights. That's the most place where you dehydrate. And we've been having so much success with it. It's the new wave right now. It's the only transdermal patch that delivers hydration out there on the market.
I'm going to wear it. How old are you now?
I'm 62, Sid.
62. Okay, I just turned 59. Your body looks great. So clearly, whatever you're doing, I know you go to the gym right here down the block, basically. You live right by the studios. This is obviously working for you.
Yeah.
And you give this a lot of the credit as to why you look like that?
No, I give that a lot of credit for giving me the ability to work out as hard as I can because I don't dehydrate. Yeah.
Right. So
and as much as I fly back from here to California, it comes in handy because I don't get dehydrated. I don't get off the plane with headaches. I don't get off. It's a great product, and I'm really excited that it's gone to market.
Where can people get this Hydro Patch?
HydroPatch.com.
HydroPatch.com. That's the only place?
Yeah.
Eventually you'll get this to CVS, Walgreens, and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, we're in the process of getting contracts and getting some B2B things going.
Put your face on this, bro. I mean, come on. I'm Jim Leyritz. I'm the Yankee hero. If it's good enough for me, it's good enough for you, you loser. What's the matter with you? Put the damn thing in your arm, and that's it. Jim Leyritz.
No,
come on.
I appreciate that.
Hydro Patch.
Yeah, but I'll let you try a couple of them. Let me know what you think, and I'll get you some.
I'm actually going to put this on my penis later on tonight. See what happens.
It doesn't make it bigger, unfortunately.
Oh, it doesn't? Well, can you make one of those?
You're going to have to move the other stuff off first.
All right, Jimmy, we'll see you tonight. We're going to do this a lot throughout the baseball season. You're my Yankee guy.
I'll come in
and I'm a
every
Yankee fan, so
anytime you need me.
Maybe every week. I don't know. We'll do the Yankee Report. You were great today. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
We'll
Sid.
see you tonight. You look great. There he is, all-time Yankee hero, Jim Leyritz.
Thanks for listening to Sid and Friends in the Morning. You can hear Sid and Friends in the Morning weekday mornings at 6. If you like the podcast, share it with your friends and listen anytime at WABCRadio.com and download the WABC Radio app. Hit that subscribe button on all major podcast platforms. Plus, follow WABC on social on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X. See you next time for a new episode so you never have to wonder.
What the heck is going on here?
The Marine Toys for Tots foster care program is bringing hope to children who need it most. Every 2 minutes, a child enters foster care, often with only a small bag of belongings. More than 400,000 children face trauma and uncertainty, many before age 8. This May, during Foster Care Awareness Month, Toys for Tots is creating Room for Joy. In 2025, nearly 375,000 children received comfort through toys, books, and essentials, reminding them they are not alone. Donate now and change a child's life.